Hello. Let me make sure my mic is on the right setting. I did that before, but I just want to make sure. Okay. Hi, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi. Hello, hello. Hi, B. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Annie. Hi, Miss Patty. And thank you for the Amazon gift. And I also think Patty donated to my channel on PayPal. So thank you. Patty is a queen. Hi, Skylar. Hello, everyone. Hi, Bean. Hi, Jess. Hi, Jacqueline. Hello, Keisha. Hi, Talbert's mom. Hi, O. Hello, Sarah and Chastity. Hello, everyone. Okay, you guys know my spiel. I have to get through it first, and then we can talk BB. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having an incredible Friday. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe, and please like and share this video. I never ever tell you guys or ask you guys to share my videos, but sharing is just as important as liking. So please share as well. If you want to donate to my channel, it is greatly appreciated. And if you want to follow me on Twitter and on TikTok, all of that information to donate and to follow me is in the description box, as always. And if you want to gift me something from Amazon, then go for it. Okay, so moving on. I was going to post a video this morning, but then I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't gone live in so long. I think my last live, let me see. It was actually a while ago, y'all. And here I was preseason saying stuff like, I'm going to go live way more than whatever. I don't even know when my last live was. 4 days ago, I think. 3 or 4 days ago, something like that. Whatever. Either which way, it was a lot longer than I would like it to be. Hold on, I just got really hot. And I forgot to put my candle on. You guys know I have to have a candle on while I'm live. Hold on. Okay. So Big Brother, all day today, for the most part, live feeds have been down, but that is because, oh my gosh, there's so much smoke. I need to clip my wick. Hold on. Flame, die down a little, please. Just go down just a little. I need to trim my wick, you guys. We have to practice good fire safety, and here I am not practicing it. Okay, it's going down. Sorry, I had to watch it to make sure it doesn't get crazy. Okay, so live feeds have been down quite a bit today, but that's because the wild card competition was happening, and that took like 4 effing hours. It was ridiculous. And apparently they're going to have Kyland do nominations today as well. I don't know why they're speeding through things for Kyland's HOH, but they are, which reminds me I should update. Kyland, if you haven't seen the episode, he won HOH. And you guys, it was literally between him and Brent. I was so scared. I was so scared. I was so nervous. Oh, it was so close. Way too close. And it was literally down to Brent or Kyland to win last night's HOH. Thank you, BB. Jesus. Kyland won, because could you imagine if Brent was HOH right now? You know, it would have been awful. I was literally at the edge of my seat like, no. And Kyland was able to pull it through last second. So go Kyland, snaps for Kyland. Anyway, so the feeds were down for the most part today. Last night, and this was something I really wanted to talk about. Let me pull up my notes so I don't veer off of track, because you guys know I have a tendency to do that. Hold on. Let me get my notes out. Okay. Y'all, look at how professional I am making notes and shit. If you guys have been around for a while, then you already know I am not a noter when it comes to my updates and stuff. Normally, I just let it flow. Normally, I just say what is on my mind and I leave it at that. But this season, something has been inspired in me and I'm taking notes of important detail. Well, things that I find important. You know, what I find important might not be important to somebody else, but that is why it is important for you guys to watch all of the BB YouTubers, so you can get all the important notes. Okay, so Kyland 1HOH, just talked about that. And then he has kind of been teetering, like, who he wants to nominate. He made it very clear that he was not telling anyone anything. He had no desire to make anybody feel safe. So I love that for him. Hold on. Yay, love. I'm so glad that you made it. I think it's just you, because I really love this cast. Yes, Patty, you are such a great supporter. Thank you so much. You guys, if you're just joining, Patty not only sent me a gift on Amazon, but also donated to my channel through PayPal, like a queen. Ugh, so kind. Thank you so much. Hi, madam. So Kyland won. I almost broke my TV if Brent won. Exactly. Yeah, so feeds are back. Feeds are back on. There's stuff being talked about, but I wanted to go live. Probably not the best time to go live. I probably should have gone live earlier, but I was in the middle of doing shit, so I couldn't. Hi, Daxon. Thank you so much for joining us from Florida. Sarah Beth beat Frenchie and Brent in the wild card comp. They can't compete again. Yeah. So Sarah Beth has been up to some things. I'll get to that in a second. I'm not completely up to date, so I'm going to have to tread lightly with the wild card situation because I don't know if I completely understand it. But so they had the wild card competition. Let me get back to what I was saying. I got distracted. So he's been teetering between wanting to nominate Brent and Whitney. Excuse me. And also kind of talking and throwing the idea of throwing Brittany up on the block. He also talked about Derek X and Hannah being a possibility. He doesn't really like the idea of Derek X because he did use the veto on him last week. So that would be kind of effed up. You guys already know that would be a little effed up. So I'm hoping that he nominates Brent and Whitney, of course, with a Frenchie backdoor or Frenchie nomination if somebody gets taken down, obviously. Tiffany and Claire are all for a Brent and Whitney nomination. All for it. Okay, so then, yeah, so Tiffany wants an alliance to be formed, and I think it's kind of in the midst. She wants it to be with Azah, Kylan, Derek X, Hannah, Claire, and Sarah Beth. Last night, Derek X, Tiffany, and Claire had a really good conversation. Let me just share my Twitter so you guys can see where you guys can watch it. This one. So here is my Twitter. It's so cute. Like, oh my gosh. Look at how cute my picture is. Look at how cute this picture is. Like, is this not the cutest Twitter you've ever seen. Come on now. So here's my Twitter. And this is where I post. Y'all, there's my blanket that's Realification sent me. This is where I retweet and tweet out a lot of videos and a lot of my opinions in the moment on Big Brother stuff. So if you are on Twitter, which you really should be, because it's the bomb diggity, follow me on Twitter at HonestlyHonaker. This is my beautiful picture. I made it. And you'll get all of my in the moment opinions about everything. So here is the actual video. I'm not going to expand it or have the audio play because CBS hates me and they copyright my shit all the time. So yeah. It really, they really come for me, and it almost makes me not want to pay for their live feeds because I know I don't have to, because I know where all the sites are. And you know, it makes me want to just, but I'm trying to be good. You know, I have a daughter. I can't be being a pirate anymore. Anyway, so here is a quick little video clip of the beginning of the conversation. I luckily watched it live, and I mean, it really doesn't matter if you watch it live or not. Like, you can really watch it in the clips, but it's always more exciting to do it live. And so here's the video. So if you want to hop on and watch it, this is where it is. I should probably pin it. So let me pin it so that you guys... so that it's right there. Oh, there's my new ring light. I'm not using it right now because I didn't realize that that ring light that I put on my my wish list was not a USB ring light. So I'm going to have to get an extension cable so I can plug it in and have it here. Yeah, it's a whole thing. But I will hopefully get all that figured out soon. So anyway, so the conversation that they had was basically them breaking down. Hold on, let me take that off. Breaking down the house. They broke down the alliances. They broke down their side. Derek spilled the tea all over the place. You would have thought that he was the early, you know, settlers of America, and they were dumping the tea into the Boston Harbor. That is how he was going about things. He was saying who was with who, what he thought was what, where he was, where Kyland was. All of the teage was being spiltage during that conversation. And it was a really great conversation. Claire and Tiffany just let him speak. They listened intently, asked very few questions, but the questions they did ask were important. And it was just a really good conversation. Very long, or else I would include clips on here, but it's like a 10-part thing, and each clip is like 20 minutes or 2 minutes. So yeah. But just know it's a really good clip, and I want you guys to go watch it. So he basically tells them, so they invite him to come talk to them. And he basically... Tiffany asks, okay, where does everybody lie? And she was referring to the Frenchie side of the house. And he basically told Tiffany and Claire that fucking, what's his name? Brent, Whitney, and French Fry are like the core three. They are really tight. They are really together, and they are in it for the long haul together. And then he proceeded to say that Alyssa is moseying her way on in, but she is still on the outskirts, along with Christian, Xavier, and Big D, who is Derek. And then Tiffany was like, okay, but where's your position in this situation? And he went on to say that him and Kyland are pretty much on the outskirts of the outskirts. And they're definitely the most exposed or disposable of everybody in that little group. And he thinks that he has a really good shot of convincing Kyland to hop sides and go onto Tiffany's side of the house. You guys, this season and this cast is giving me BB23 vibes, and I'm so excited for it. I just love that Tiffany, Claire, Azza, Hannah, like all of these people read Frenchie for filth throughout the day. They have no desire to work with him, Brent, or Whitney, and they're coming for them. And I'm super excited about that because it creates like a divide in the house that we haven't seen in so long. We really haven't seen it in so long. And I'm really, if you want to include BB20, then go for it, whatever. But the Hive, they were just so stupid. So at least Tiffany, Claire, that side of the house, they're very intelligent. They know what's going on. They're really good at gameplay so far, of course. But they're being very strategic. The Hive was just, they were entertaining, but they were not like very strategic at all. Real quick, let me catch up on the comments. Hi Total, hello. I think you guys are just talking amongst yourself, which is fine. Go for it. Talk amongst yourselves. I love that. Okay, so that was pretty much the conversation that happened. I thought I saw Busy in here. No, I didn't. Maybe I'm just wishful thinking. I miss Busy so much. So that was the conversation that they had, and it was a really good one. Tiffany and Claire were just talking to Derek X about what they can do to get Kyland to put Brent and Whitney up on the block. Tiffany recognizes that Brent is Frenchie's right-hand man, that he is probably more important than Frenchie, to be honest, because I think everybody recognizes in the house that Frenchie is crazy. But Brent, on the other hand, is able to use Frenchie to his advantage. And I think that Brent presents a lot of ideas to Frenchie, and Frenchie just goes with it, like he just guns blazing, just goes with it. And I think that has given Brent a really good shield, but Tiffany's not convinced. She's not being fooled. Tiffany sees who's in charge here, and it's really Brent. And she knows that Whitney is right on board. So that she really will be happy if any one of those three go, to be honest. But she would like to see Brent and Whitney up on the block. Claire feels the exact same way. And I believe that mostly everybody on the other side of the house that isn't a part of the Slaughterhouse Alliance feels the same way. So that's good. Who's complaining about spoilers? Who? Ghost, tell me. I'm just kidding. You don't need to snitch on anybody. Don't snitch on anybody, but I'm just saying. Nobody needs to be complaining about spoilers. We're talking about live feeds. I'm not sure if there's really is spoilers for Big Brother when there's live feeds that exist and thrive. Okay. So moving on from that conversation, it was a really good one. I highly recommend you guys go to my Twitter or go onto Twitter and search for the videos. I mean, if you don't want to follow me on Twitter, then fine, but go find the clip because it was a really good and it was a really interesting conversation. It's really nice to see three people who are able to talk games strategically, still keep it fun and light, and just do it really good in a mature, calm, easy way without any kind of crazy. Because when Frenchie tries to talk game, he sprinkles in, he salt bays some crazy up in there. And it's just too much. He's got the Salt Bay crazy, Salt Bay ego, because he just thinks that he's the bomb.com. And it's a little overwhelming, And then Brent, he's always fucking wearing a bandana like the Karate Kid. Is that movie? The kid that does karate. It's Karate Kid, yeah. Anyways, he's got the thing going, and he just looks like he's trying to be Cody. Is that his name? Cody Cauliflowerio, or whatever the fuck his last name is. Cody Cauliflower from last season and BB16. You guys know who I'm talking about. And then you got Whitney, who is just such a guy's girl. She's just such a guy's girl with Alyssa, and no girl understands them because they are just not for the drama. They hate drama. They aren't understood by girls, so they really just hang out with guys, and they get along better with guys anyways. So that's them. Okay, so let me get back onto my notes. Apparently feeds, I had fallen asleep. Feeds were taking forever to get back on last night, so I fell asleep when feeds came back on. But apparently when they came back on, Tiffany was crying to Azah, but it is said that she was really pretending, and she was acting and pretending to cry so that she could talk game to Azah. I don't know. I didn't even see a clip of that, so I don't know. I just thought I would mention it. And then apparently, and I didn't see a clip of this either, but I did see it talked about on Twitter. Apparently, Whitney rejected Xavier saying she still loves her ex, but I didn't see that, so that could be totally false. I could have just scrolled and come across one of those troll Twitters. I already talked about the conversation with Derek X. Wow, I really went through my notes like crazy, didn't I? It's only been 21 minutes and I'm already pretty much done. Yeah, so they broke down all of that. Tiffany, Claire, and possibly Kyland. Oh, so they broke down who the good side is. That's what I called it, the good side. And it's Tiffany, Claire, and possibly Kyland. Derek X needs to work on that. Work on Kyland coming to the good side. And then Hannah, Azah, and Derek X. I didn't see where they placed Sarah Beth and Brittany. I do know that they were talking about Brittany being disposable. Like, they want to keep her around because she's a number. And Tiffany did say that it's going to be really important to keep Brittany afraid of the other side. Like, you know, like keep her a little paranoid of Frenchie's side of the house. And Derek is confident that he can talk to Kyland and convince him to do what is necessary, which is get Brent and Whitney on the block. My nose is itchy. Gosh, my nose is so itchy, you guys. Yeah, Ghost, I really did that, didn't I? Look at me. But see, that's why I needed to go live, because if I had done a video talking about this, I wouldn't have been able to. I just wouldn't have been able to. I mean, granted, maybe 5 minutes of that was me scrolling the comments and reading the comments, but at the same time, like, it wouldn't have worked. So, yes, the good side, B. The good side, the late night jamboree side, you know, whatever you want to call it. So Sarah Beth, apparently, so here we go with the current goings-ons. Let me share the screen so you guys can see. Oh, nope, wrong one. Stop that screen. Share a new screen. Okay. So here we have BB Daily, Big Brother Daily. Their Twitter account looks like this. Oh, sorry. It looks like this. This is my favorite account to get updates from, because they literally share the actual conversations going on with the house guests. And there are some troll pages that try to look like this, so you got to be careful. You got to make sure that you go to their actual page. But this is my favorite update account on Twitter, because you can actually read the conversations. So in the mornings, what I do is, if I missed anything, I go back to Big Brother Daily and I scroll. I skip the stuff that I saw, and I only focus on the things that I didn't see. I try to go find clips. I try to see whatever I can see about this conversation, and then I usually write it in my notes. So here we have, look, they just updated it a minute ago. Let me scroll down so that I can get the most cohesive conversations going. Let me exit that. I don't know why that's there. I feel like that I don't know if I'll be able to read all of this to you guys. Okay, so this was where I was last. I was in this moment. So Kyland had Christian, Alyssa, and Xavier, and I think Sarah Beth. I don't see her in this picture. Yeah, I don't see. Oh, no. Sarah Beth is down here. So Sarah Beth, Christian, Alyssa, and Xavier all in the HOH room. And he was basically talking about how he wants his team, which is Claire, Tiffany, and Kyland, to align themselves with a team that is very clearly good at competitions. We already have Christian, who has won a competition, the wild card from last week, and then Sarah Beth, who just won the wild card from this current week. Do I think Alyssa is that great at competitions? I don't know, because I don't know how many she's really played. To be fair, I really don't pay too much attention to Alyssa. I just find her so boring. Like, even just thinking about her or talking about her is giving me a headache. But, you know, she might come through with a competition. She might be really good at like an endurance competition. I don't know. And then we have Kyland, who's obviously a walking god, because he's just so sexy. I wish that he would get off of Frenchie's nuts, though, because I want him to be on the good side of the house. But I feel like he can be convinced eventually. So it looks like he had that conversation. And then a few minutes later, Kyland started talking to Brent, Derek, Hannah, and Whitney. So that is Whitney's team. And he said 2 people are about to go on the block. Since it sucks to put somebody up, I'm going to draw out as much power. Part of it is I can ask questions and don't have to answer questions. It's up to everyone to decide if they want to answer. And I love that he said that to them, because that's exactly part of the power of being HOH. You can ask all the questions, and if people want to answer, then they can. If they don't, then that sucks for them. They might just end up on the block for not being honest. And then Brent responds, we all feel comfortable with you being HOH. Whitney says, knowing it will be done the right way. I hope it is done the right way, Miss Whitney. I really hope it is done that way. Which would be you and Brent being put up on the block. And then we have a conversation between Sarah and Kyland. Sarah, Frenchie told me about y'all's alliance. He didn't say all of the names, but he basically said all of the people that wasn't in it. He told me the people not in the girls' alliance, so he basically blew up your alliance to me. Kyland says, good to know. Sarah to Kyland, I told my team, they're like, we don't even know what that is. I told them Frenchie told me about an alliance. So, go Sarah. I love her. I've been a fan of Sarah since preseason, so come through, Sarah. Now, real quick, before I go any further, let me look in the comments, because somebody told me in the comments, and then I also saw before, that Sarah knocked Frenchie out of the wild card competition. Can somebody confirm that in the comments, please? To be clear, my question is, did Sarah in the wild card competition really knock Frenchie out of the competition? That is what I heard. That is what I've read, but I don't know. I haven't watched feeds since this morning, so I don't know. I wasn't around when feeds came back on. Let me see. Nobody's giving me an answer. Dway says that would be amazing if she did. Yeah, you can only play wild card competition once. Yeah. And I don't think Frenchie played last week, right? Yeah, so Jess, we do know who won. From my understanding, it was Sarah who won the wild card competition, because at one point, I'm not going to scroll from that one because I'll lose my spot. At one point, Brittany confirmed to the live feeds that Sarah won. Yeah. Brittany to camera. Sarah Beth killed this competition. She won. She was amazing. So Sarah Beth won the competition. Okay, so nobody's answering my damn question. Whatever. That's what I've heard. I've heard that she removed Frenchie and possibly Brent from competing in the competition. And so by her winning, she was given the opportunity to switch teams. And apparently she chose not to. I don't know the details about that. I will try to post a video tomorrow once I get more details. It's okay, you guys. I'm not like saying like nobody's answering my question. It's okay. It's not that deep. Oh, I didn't mean to highlight that one. This one. It's not that deep for me, but yeah. So she did win. Good for her. So let me scroll up. And mind you guys, Sarah and Kyland have been really close this entire game so far. So I think that Kyland is going to take Sarah's opinion very seriously. And I think that Kyland actually confirmed to Sarah Beth that she has nothing to worry about. She is the only person other than his teammates that he told is 100% safe this week. So that just shows how close Sarah Beth and Kyland are in this game. So then Sarah said to Kyland, Frenchie, also has been walking around like I'm going home. He whispered in my ear after I won, I'm going home, but I want you to win. Frenchie's so fucking weird. And then I guess next up, Whitney and Kyland talked. Whitney said to Kyland, I was in the bedroom. Big D was there. Brittany, Hannah, and Sarah Beth. Frenchie, came into the room hot. I know exactly what's going on in this house. I'm out. As far as the alliance, and she pointed straight at me. So it would appear that Frenchie, Mr. Eiffel Tower, Mr. Crepe, Mr. French Fry, is being as extra as he has been this last week, and he's continuing his downward spiral. Are we shocked? No, we're not shocked at all. Thank you so much, Jay, for the super chat. Super chats are great ways to support my channel. If you don't want to PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App, then super chat is the next best thing. So thank you so much, Jay. I really appreciate it. That's a heart. It probably doesn't look like a heart, but thank you. So yeah, so French Fry, French Bulldog, he is doing the most still. And it's funny that he does that to his teammate or to his alliance member, Whitney. According to Whitney, he pointed at her and said that he's out. And then Kyland says, how do you feel about the rest of the 7 besides the person we just talked about? So I'm assuming Kyland. Whitney says, I trust you. I trust X. I trust Brent. I trust Alyssa. Big D, I'm not sure. Everybody else in the alliance, I do fully trust. So just Derek F, she doesn't seem to trust. There's that. So then it looks like Alyssa and Kyland had a conversation. Alyssa to Kyland, I see the 2 votes and have no idea who the fuck they are. Frenchie, told me it was Big D and somebody who wanted to stay anonymous. I know Brent and didn't know, and I know X and Christian didn't know. Obviously, I didn't know. But we live feeders, we know. So last night they had the eviction. Big D decided to throw out a rogue vote for whatever reason. I don't know. Rogue votes week 1. Talk about doing the most for no reason. It's so unnecessary, especially on Travis and Alyssa. Travis and Alyssa were using rogue votes and backdooring. Come on now. It's week 1 and this is Travis and Alyssa. Like they are not. Like, I feel like this season, the people to rogue vote or the people to backdoor are people who are smart and strategic and just naturally amazing. Like Tiffany or Claire. I guess if we're going to have to go on the bad side, I guess Christian would be a good backdoor because he's kind of putting himself in a good position. Frenchie would be a great backdoor only because he backdoored somebody on, well, it's not really a backdoor when they played the Power of Veto competition because they had an opportunity to win it. So he didn't really backdoor Travis because Travis did participate in the Power of Veto competition, but it would be great for Frenchie to be backdoored, in my opinion. I don't know what I was saying about all that. Whatever. And then so Alyssa says, Whitney said Frenchie came up to her, pointed, and was like, I'm done, as in the alliance. Kylan, how do you feel about the alliance outside of the person who may have blown up today? Alyssa says, good. Because you guys remember, Alyssa is a guy's girl. Yes, and this alliance only has her and Whitney, and both are guys' girls. So they really have nothing to worry about. There's going to be no drama in the Slaughterhouse Alliance because it's mostly guys, and they just get along better with guys. So she feels really good about this. Good for her. Kylan says, do you feel that person, Frenchie, would be a detriment or benefit to have on the team? Alyssa says, I think he is already a problem. So already people are fucking done with French Fry. They are over him. I can't wait for him to see all this when he gets out of the house because he really thinks that he's that guy. Kylan says, would you want to keep it at 7 or would you want a different 7? And so I think he's hinting at, do you want me to put Frenchie up on the block? Do we want to get rid of Frenchie? Alyssa says, I feel like I trust everybody or everyone but that one person. Is it we stick together without that one person, or do we have to form something new because of that one person? Kylan says, do you trust Frenchie? Oh, this is now Kylan and Derek X. Kylan, do you trust Frenchie? Derek X, you know what happened to us last week. We both said I would use it on you. He was trying to fight to use it on Alyssa. I said, I want to use it on Kylan. Please let me. I love Derek X. How am I even reading all of these to you guys? I feel like I'm having like a story time with you guys. I don't know if I'm going to be able to read all of these because there's a lot. Derek X to Kylan. Using that veto came down to whether or not I wanted to keep you or Travis. I trust you a lot to go far in this game. I'm hearing stirrings of an A word forming, and I don't think we are in it if you look at who hangs out with who. I hope he's referring to the Slaughterhouse. Kylan to Derek X. I hope you have a good day. I think you will, but I'm not going to tell anybody that they're good. So yeah. Then Christian and Kylan had a conversation. Christian to Kylan. Those votes, I know nothing about them. I trust my team. Oh, I was talking about the rogue vote. So Derek F, Big D, he pulled a rogue vote. And then if you guys remember, Frenchie asked Tiffany to throw a rogue vote out there. Hold on. And for some reason, Tiffany went with it. I know at one point Tiffany talked to the camera. I might have retweeted that as well, so you can go watch that clip on my Twitter. And she basically said that she went with it because she wanted to keep Frenchie's trust. And it's kind of a trap because if he tells anybody that she threw that rogue vote, or if anybody comes up to her and is like, hey, I heard that you are that second rogue vote, she'd be like, oh, I know it's Frenchie and I know I can't trust him. Duly noted. And it's a reason for her to put him up on the block if she ever has the chance. So there we go. That's why she did the rogue vote. So now they're all like freaking out about who the second rogue vote is. And he says, those votes, I know nothing about them. I trust my team. Those 2 votes, I don't know who they are, but I think one may have been Big D. I think that the votes were meant to possibly look as though were you and Little D. I just don't care about Christian. I really don't. Let me just scroll through these real quick. Kylan asks if Christian has any other alliances that you feel like sharing, and Christian says, I can't say no one has come up to me. Of course, yes, but it was within our slaughterhouse, so it didn't make a difference. And that's it. Damn, I thought it was a lot more than that. Let's see. Update. They're talking about the votes again. Kylan tells Xavier, I think I'm going to do him, Frenchie, and Brittany, just so you know. Ah, fuck. God damn it. Why did I do that? Oh, I think he spilled his nominations. He was trying to keep it a secret, but he accidentally spilled it to Kylan. Or to Xavier, sorry. Anyway, so that's that. Yeah, now I'm like so tired of reading, or at least reading out loud to you guys. Let me scroll through the comments. Yeah, allegedly he's putting up Brittany. Yeah, I just read that one. Just trying to find the comments. I don't know, Trey. I thought, yeah, I agree with Nalani. Sorry if I mispronounce your name. Nalani. I assumed that he was waiting for the next person to come through. Because, you know, they have to, like, do it, like, one walking past the other. So that's what I assumed. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. Oh, I will never boycott French toast. Never. French toast is too incredible, but I will never be able to say the word French without thinking of Frenchie now. So that sucks. Okay. Oh yay, I did it right. Woohoo! Thank you. Who do I think will be evicted? So if Frenchie and Brittany go up on the block, I'm hoping Brittany wins the power of veto and obviously takes herself down. I hope Kylan proceeds to put up Brent. And then if it's down to Brent and Frenchie, I hope that Brent goes home. But if it stays Brent, or if it stays Brittany and Frenchie, obviously I want Frenchie to go. 100% Frenchie needs to go. If it's up, if he's up against anybody other than Whitney or Brent, nah. I could even handle Whitney being in the house. It's really, if he's not up against Brent, I want Frenchie to go. However, I'm also kind of the mind where I'm like, but he's kind of crazy and it's a little entertaining. It's been really fun watching everybody like call him out on his shit, not to his face, but they basically read him for filth all the time. And I love that. So it's just really hard. It's like a catch-22 for me. I want him to go, but then I want him to stay because he's driving me and everybody else crazy. And I worry that things might be a little boring when he leaves because he's kind of a crazy person. But then at the same time, we have people like Tiffany, who is incredible. We have Derek X, who is so funny. I don't think feeds would be that boring, but, you know. Actually, I don't think they would be boring at all without Frenchie, but he does add like a flair to things, you know, because he's a crazy person. Yeah, that's my only concern. Is if he stays, he wins HOH again, I can't do another Frenchie HOH. I can't do it. Yes, there we go, B. As long as he never wins another HOH or any kind of power, then that's fine. I'm fine with him staying, but I do need Brent to go because Brent just gives me Cody Cauliflower vibes, and I am not a Cody fan at all. He just really seems like a value version of Cody Cauliflower, a Walmart version, you know, big value. And, you know, if I'm going to get it, I want the name brand, not the value pack. And I feel like that's what Brent is, you know? So there's that. Oh my God, David, could you imagine? Oh, Yeah, he's good TV, but he needs to leave before the jury. I don't need a crazy person making decisions like who wins $750,000. I just don't need it. I don't need it. But have you guys seen? Oh my God. I'm kind of excited for him to get out of the house because his friends on Twitter changed their tune really quick. And it's kind of crazy. There was multiple people on Twitter preseason that were like, yeah, he's my friend. I know him. I communicate with him. We're friends. And they were defending him like crazy. They were doing the most too, which is kind of on brand for anything regarding Frenchie. And now they're just real quiet. Like, why? Why are you so quiet now? Are you embarrassed? I'd be embarrassed. I'd really be embarrassed if I were them. Let me see what Fonda said. Did you see on Twitter that Brent is making his wife sign a prenup and somebody said what for his airplane miles? See, Brent is the kind of guy that thinks that he is worth more than he is. And as I said, he's really only worth a Walmart coupon, you know? Aces are have-nots. So the aces... The aces are Whitney, Hannah... Who's all in the aces? I forgot. Whitney, Hannah. Hold on. I have their picture here. Hold on. Oops, not Disneyland. Whitney, Hannah, Brent, and Derek X. There we go. Sorry. Whitney, Hannah, Brent, Derek X. So there have nots. Yeah. So there we go. Okay, I think I pretty much updated everybody on everything. Yeah, let me make sure. Hold on. Yeah, that was all my notes, so I can delete them now. You guys, literally, once I film a video, I delete all my notes. Similar to how I do Big Brother, once the season is over, all of that information I've accumulated throughout the summer, gone. I do not retain any of my BB info past the season. So when I say that if I was asked about like my favorite duos or like my favorite strategic moves in Big Brother or things like that, I would really sit there like, you know, like I'd be like, like off the top of my head, my favorite duos, Janelle and Kaser. Hello. I just love them so much. They've always been so supportive of each other, and I just love them. Davon and Bailey, loved them together. I also loved Davon and Jason. Or Jason and Danielle from BBOTT. Oh. You know, it was also a good duo from OTT was, oh my God. I forgot his name. He was my favorite too. Whatever. I forgot his name. Either which way, those are my favorite duos. I wouldn't be able to like talk about strategic moments. I let them go. Favorite duo of this season, Tiffany and Claire, which, by the way, they might Justin, there we go. Thank you, B. Tiffany and Claire might just end up being my favorite duo of all time. I love seeing them together. They are funny. They are strategic. They can hold good conversation. They can just sit in the room and vibe and it'd be great. I love Tiffany and Claire together so, so, so much. They might, like, if they continue to be incredible, they might become my new favorite duo. I just love them so much. Yeah, Justin. I was talking about Justin and Whitney. They were pretty funny together. I didn't really like Whitney, but I thought that they were funny together, Justin and Whitney. Yeah. Okay, I think that's about it, you guys. I think I went through the updates for last night and today. Just to recap, Kyland is HOH. He talked about Brent and Whitney possible nominations. Also talked about Brittany and Hannah possible nominations. He only said them, Brittany and Hannah, because he really isn't in any kind of connection with them. So it would be easy. They had the wild card competition for the majority of the day. Sarah Beth ended up winning it. She, from my understanding, did not switch teams, but that was an option presented to her. As of now, Kyland literally just said that his nominations for right now are Frenchie and Brittany. I wish Brittany wouldn't be a nomination because she's on Team Goddesses, and I can't have her. I can't risk losing her. But that's what he just talked about. And I think that's it, you guys. Am I covering the challenge? I will be doing the challenge with Jolene. I'm pretty certain. Yeah, like we do, I think the last 2 or 3 seasons, Jolene and I have been talking about the challenge. So we will be doing it again from what I know. I'll have to double check with her. And yeah, will there be a showmance this season? I don't think so. I really don't. I don't think there will be, and that is perfectly okay with me. All right, you guys, I'm going to head on off and eat some dinner. I will see you guys in my next live or my next video, which might be tomorrow or Sunday. I keep thinking today's Thursday. So either Saturday or Sunday, I will post a video. And then I'm pretty sure Sunday, I will be going live with Jolene to recap this last week of Big Brother on her channel. So make sure you're subscribed there. And I will see you guys next time. I love you all so much. Bye. Let me exit out of here.